How much did it change your life after winning the Masters?
Professionally, it certainly did change. Obviously, there's an element of security involved that I didn't know existed. Whether you're talking about just the underlying financial base, but specifically from a longevity standpoint, what it garners you. I would like to think, I mean, you'd have to ask the others, those that are closer in my inner circle. I hope I didn't change too much, you know? I mean, I also am human. Maybe my head gets a little bit big every now and again, but I got a great wife and great people around me, and I think they'd slap me silly if I did. So I hope I didn't change in that regard. But in the world of golf, in the world of my profession, expectations and excessive opportunity came my way. And I would say those opportunities arguably are all worthy, but learning how to say no after that week was probably, and sometimes still is, the hardest thing for me to do. Mm-hmm. Again, there's substance there, there's meat there, they're probably worth my time, but I can't spread myself too thin. It's not fair to all the priorities I have. So hopefully those things come back around and you can get to them. The hardest thing since that point was saying no. And because prior to it, you say yes to everything. Whether it was a speaking engagement, an outing, whatever the call was, you do it. But if you're still going to go out and compete and try to compete at a level that you want to pursue, then you have to learn how to say no and keep the main thing the main thing. So, yeah, that was hard, but I'm grateful for it because I've learned a lot and I've grown from it.
I know as an athlete, it's not the instinct of an athlete to look back. You guys are usually looking at, through the front windshield. But if we were, say, in a different setting, maybe we were watching, the fires dance off a log someplace. What would it be like to look back and remember that your second major championship happened at St. Andrews?
If I look at it kind of from that, whatever you want to call it, 30,000 foot view, especially after 2007 at Augusta, I was in complete shock. I mean, what am I, 30 maybe? I don't remember how old I was, doesn't matter, but I was young and did not expect to win that. I mean, let's be honest, it was an awful week weather-wise and it kind of played in my favor. But from that point till 15, there was a lot of quality learning, growing, and just results. So I always thought, again, 30,000 view, that I could have some success in that tournament. I was making cuts essentially every year, having some nice top 10s, top 5s even, putting myself in a place on the weekend to maybe win. Never did I think it'd be St. Andrews. Of all the golf courses, I never thought it'd be St. Andrews, just because of what it requires. And truthfully, given the state of the game at that point, the way guys were playing, the J-Days, the Jordans, even Tiger was kind of, obviously still playing, Rory, DJ, the list goes on and on. I was in shock and awe, there, and pure awe because of what you said. Where are we right now? We're at essentially the birthplace of the game, right? That gave me the utmost of awe.
You've represented the United States in every capacity. You were captain of the last United States Ryder Cup team. Now Keegan Bradley is the current captain of the United States Ryder Cup team, which, by the way, did that surprise you at all that he was named captain?
Not at all. Partly because, directly because I was a part of the decision. And it was sitting on that Ryder Cup committee, which I still sit on, is a responsibility, but also a massive honor. And so when you're trying to formulate a plan for the future, and you're weaning through things and trying to get our ducks in a row, what do we want it to look like, and that sort of thing, it became very apparent that we have a gentleman that can take it and that should have it if he's willing. And Keegan was certainly that guy. pretty darn obvious. That's I think the discussions we had. Jordan and JT are a part of that Ryder Cup committee currently, and obviously the executives of the PGA of America who do a great job. So healthy, awesome discussions, and it was one of those situations where we're like, yeah, this is the right fit for right now. And obviously he's a tenured vet, a lot of experience. The guys love him. He's still playing at a very, very high level. We'd be crazy to think that he can't make his own team, because he can. And there is a plan in place if that happens. That'd be an amazing problem. And so Keegan's right now. Excuse me. And I would say one of the coolest little honors I've had was being able to call him up and gift him with the question, hey, would you lead our team? So that was very nice of those around me to say, hey, we want you to call. That was really kind.
How long did it take him to answer you?
I wasn't the only one on the phone call, I'll just say that. But there not much was said. It didn't need to be. I mean, you'd have to ask him. I love to hear his response, but I think he was, much like myself, he was floored. But it's an opportunity and a it's an ask that you don't ever really believe it's ever going to come. And so it didn't take him long to say yes. I'll say that. Given the fact that he's from obviously New England, playing on Long Island, going to St. John's University, which I've been told is only so many miles from Bethpage Black. Keegan in New York is going to be fantastic. Now, knowing Keegan the way I do, he's not going to make it about himself. He's going to make it about his 12 guys. He's going to make it about Team USA. But you got a high energy, high amp guy leading this team, but also a guy that when you watch him play and work, is class, is obviously complete professionalism. So I'm telling you, he and Julian, because it's a tandem, let me tell you, they will kill it. And Team USA is in great hands.
How long does it take as a captain to get on the other side of your captaincy? I don't want to say detox, but how long did it take for you to get back to, I guess, normalcy after being Ryder Cup captain?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know what you signed up for. Like there's, like any sporting event, there's essentially two outcomes. You can win or you can lose, right? And I think my team and I, we approached it in the way that, hey, if we just go with the posture of complete serving, complete selflessness, and make it about these 12, you can sleep at night. And that's the way it's been. Like, certainly there's things, if you lose, you wish, we could have done more of that or less of this or added that or deleted that. Yes, you're going to pick it apart a number of different ways. But if I go back to that week, well, I think about the whole process, number one, and the people I was surrounded with, PGA of America people, and certainly my inner circle of people. So grateful. But when I go back to that week, I think about the 12 guys and their caddies and their spouses. We were a team. Like, these guys and gals did everything right. And if I feel bad about it, I feel bad for them. Because it never has been about me. Hard decisions, but that's what I signed up for. Again, two outcomes. I wish we would have won. I wish they would have won for them. But there's also motivation there. You take that loss and you're going to learn from it the next time around. And so whoever leads that team, they're going to be in a better position because we're learning as we go. It's hard. It's so hard. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I love difficulty. I love knowing that it's going to be brutal. And it was great. But that's competition. So my detox is I think I'm fully recovered at this point. It was a lot mentally, a little bit emotionally, but physically taxing too. But that's any Ryder Cup.
Awesome. I love asking this question. Decades from now, how do you want your children to remember their dad?
Yeah, the whole term legacy kind of gets thrown in there, and it's a big, broad term, and I don't know. I feel like it has kind of a negative, a selfish connotation to it. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'd love to hear their response. I would love for them to witness their dad winning again, if I'm going to be perfectly selfish and honest. I'm not beating around the bush there. That's kind of a dream of mine. This day or the next. I say that, but it's hard, and I know that. That's the beauty of the struggle and the fight. 10 years from now, I think I know what they'd say, but I hope they just say, hey, yeah, that's just my dad. You know, he was here for mostly everything. He put us first before his job, ideally. I hope they say that. I mean, we're in the fall right now of 24, and I played 1 week this fall. Could have played 6 or 7 or 8 more tournaments. I'm playing RSM, clearly. But I didn't play because I have a senior in high school that plays football. And the 1 week I played, he had an off week. So I'm not going to miss a Friday. Like, it's his senior year. Like, I can't. One, I don't think I could be present on the golf course on that Friday. And two, I fully admit my emotions, it's not healthy when it comes to that Wednesday, Thursday, knowing there's a game Friday. I am too involved because I love my boy, obviously, but I love the team. And we just lost in the playoffs. They had a great senior year, given a lot of obstacles, and he was hurt a lot. So that's the present right now. I hope they say that I was present, I'm a dad that just so happened to play golf for a living.
Let's talk about your sponsors. You talked to us about RSM. How about the rest of the team?
Yeah, again, very fortunate. You know, you asked me the question about Augusta, what changed. If there's one thing that didn't change, it's the partners I had from that point that got me to that point, that allowed me to go play, that gave me the freedom to chase this golf ball. RSM, obviously, right there. Transamerica, WFG, same company. Aegon USA, Aegon Europe, John Deere. You know, these are the people, the men and women that supported me when I was a young gunslinger, if you will. And so I'm grateful. And now every one of these individuals, these companies, these teams, we partner to serve others. That's what I'm grateful for, is that we're utilizing this crazy golf platform to help our communities.
How about the clubs?
I've been with Titleist forever and PXG now forever too. Two great companies, partners of mine that allow me to go out there and play at my best. I'm grateful for that. I think I've been with Titleist since I know I have, since college. And then Bob Parsons' team at PXG has been a partner of mine, well, essentially since the inception of professional golf with them, which I'm grateful for because they're doing some really cool things, and it's I can see it on the golf course. So excited to be with these men and women.
Zach, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
You are an inspiration. You are a consummate professional.
Oh, thank you.
And just thank you for all the memories and what you've done for the game.
Hopefully there's more, but I'm grateful to be a part of those. Thank you.